Hello students, today in this video we are going to read chapter number 1 of unit 7. The name of the chapter is Skipping Shoes and we have covered page number 105 and 106 of the story of a little girl Kitty who got the shoes with magical powers. Now let's continue with the story on page number 107 and 8. So in our previous video we have discussed that when Kitty got the magical shoes, she could not stop herself and she could not deny the chores, the works which were given by her parents to her. Now let's see on page number 106. So this is last paragraph of page number 106. Now I will kick yours down and see how you like it, Dolly. So this is said by Dolly when this is said by Kitty when her friend Dolly, she just spoiled her house made by corn cobs, right? So that's why she wanted to get revenge from Dolly, and she said, now I'll tell you how I will kick your house down. Up went my foot, but it didn't come down, it stayed in the air, and there I stood looking as if I was going to dance. So Kitty is saying here that when she got ready to get the revenge from Dolly, and she just picked her foot. So what happened? That stayed in air only. The foot of the Kitty that didn't spoil the house of Dolly. So the children murmured and laughed to see me, and I could do nothing till I said to Dolly in a great hurry, never mind, if you didn't mean to, I'll forgive you. So when she was actually not able to spoil the house of corn cobs made by her friend Dolly, so that time she said, okay, I will forgive you, right? So why this is happening? Why she was unable to break the house of made by corn cobs of Dolly? Because actually she was wearing that time the magical shoes, the skipping shoes, right? So she was unable to do that due to the shoes, because shoes didn't want her to harm anything. Okay, so that's why she was unable to do that. Next, let's come on page number 107 now. Then the foot went down and I felt so glad, but that I tried to be pleasant, fearing some new adventure with those dreadful shoes. I began to see how they worked and thought I would try if I had any power over them. So now she felt very happy that she didn't spoil the house of her friend. So she was very happy, she was very glad means happy, and she tried to try to know about the power of the shoes, that what else the shoes can do for her. My only choice was to be pleasant to the people, and she decided that only the shoes should help the people only, should make the other people happy only. So when the children wanted his ball, which had bounced over the hedge, I said, kindly, perhaps I can get it for you, Willie. Okay, so she tested actually the shoes, that whether they help the person who are in need or not. So what happened in the school, one boy was playing, Willie, named Willie, was playing with the ball, and his ball bounced over the hedge. Hedge is what? Hedge is the here it is what? The fencing formed by the bushes. Okay, so she wanted to help that boy, and over I jumped as lightly as if I too were a rubber ball. How could you do it? Cried the boys, much surprised, for not one of them dared try such a high leap. So when she tried, when she jumped over that fence, means that hedge, so she could jump as she was too light as a rubber ball, means that she took a very high jump and she was able to get that ball back. And all the boys who were playing there, they were very happy and were very surprised, and they were asking that how you could jump so high. I laughed and began to dance, feeling pleased and proud to find there was a good side to the shoes after all. Now Kitty was very happy that these shoes, they helped her, her and her friends also, and by this she can please the people. Please means she can make the people happy. Such twirling is what? Twirling is spinning lightly, right? It's a fast move, and skipping as a made such pretty steps and airy little bounds. It was pretty to see. So bewitched means, bewitched is what? It's enchanted by a spell, means when someone does something with the magical powers and went themselves. So she was thinking that she got something, that her feet were bewitched by someone, means has got some magical powers. So the little girl was charmed and tried to imitate me. So now Kitty is saying that when she was twirling, she was skipping, and she was taking some airy little bounds, means she was moving and dancing happily. So the girls who were playing in the school, they also wanted to imitate her. Imitate means to follow her or to cheat her, but no other could do that because this was only the miracle of the shoes which Kitty was wearing. So other girls were not able to do that, twirling and all that. And they stood in the circle watching me dance till the bell rang. Then all rushed in to tell about it, right? So then she saw that when the other girls, they were unable to dance like her. So they keep on watching, and they stood there and they keep on watching and dancing, watching the dancing of Kitty. Let's see ahead. I said it was my new shoes and never told how queerly they acted, hoping to have good times. But I was mistaken. Queerly means strangely. So she told everyone that I said it was my new shoes and never told how she got the magical powers with the shoes and all that. How this child does rush about today. Now this is second part of page number 107. Now when she reached the home, so what happened? How this child does rush about today, said my mother. And the mother was also very surprised that earlier she was very lazy in the starting of the chapter, right? She denied whatever was given to her. Now the mother is saying how this child does rush about to the day. It is so delightful to have such a quick, like errand girl. Errand actually is what? Errands is taking a short journey for collecting or delivering the things, like your mother, your father or your parents, and your elders sometimes say, okay, get this thing for me, give me a glass of water or something like that, and you happily do that, right? The small work or the small journeys to collect or to deliver the things, that's called errands. So the mother said also, the mother praised that how it is very delightful, it is very happy to have such a quick girl who does all this work very fast. I shall get her to carry some bundles to my poor people this afternoon. So the mother said that can you please send some bundles of food, can you please deliver some bundles of the food and the clothes to the poor people this afternoon? To whom she said? To Kitty. Oh dear me, I do hate to lug those old clothes and bottles and basket of cold victuals. Victuals is what? Food. Must I do? I sighed dismally. Dismally means in distress. in a depressed manner, right? So she said, when the mother said ki you have to pass these clothes and these bottles, foods, clothes to the poor people, so she asked to herself, it is not very, she said to herself that I don't like to carry all these foods, clothes and all that, and she's asking a question from herself, must I do it? I sighed. Sighed means to take a long breath. Deep breath means, you may say, while the shoes strapped on the floor under the table. Now when she was thinking, and what happened, the shoes used to take the message, right, and they started to tap under the table as if to remind me that I must whether I like it or not. So she said that the shoes recalled her that she should do whether she liked the chores or not. It would be right and kind, it would please me very much, but you may do as you choose about it. I am very tired and someone must go, for the little baby Bran is sick and needs what I sent, said Mama, looking disappointed. So actually the mother of Kitty said that time that little baby Bran means in the neighborhood there may be little poor people. So she said, the mother said, this little baby Bran, he is sick and he wanted some help, and she is very happy and she could not go. So please dear Kitty, you can go and please pass all those lugs, the things to them. I sat very still and sober for some time, and no one spoke to me. I was making up my mind whether I would go pleasantly or be whisked about like a grasshopper against my will. Whisked means what? Whisked means to speedily moving speedily, that's called whisked. Now she is sitting there only. She didn't say to her mother that she will go and just give all those things. Now she is thinking that what she should do. She should go pleasantly, or she should just go in the speed like the grasshopper. When dinner was over, I said in a cheerful voice, I will go, Mama. So she said that when she has taken her dinner, that time she said, okay Mama, I will go. And when all the errands are done, may I come back through fairyland, as we call the little grove where the tall ferns grow? And Mom agreed happily. So that day she was agree once again, and she took the permission that when she will come back, when she will give that clothes and foods and all that, the things which the mother was sending to the poor people, on the way back home she can come, can she go to the fairyland? Actually that is fairyland is what? The little grove. Grove is what? The little jungle where the tall ferns grow. So the mother was agreed happily, right? Okay, you can go and can stay sometime there. So the shoes went quietly along this and seemed to know just where to stop. So when she was carrying all those things and all those luggage, so actually the shoes, the shoes knew that where she has to stop, where she has to go. Like in the starting of the story, when the mother said her to go to the kitchen to give masses to the cook, so that time the shoes stopped near the kitchen. When the father gave her order to collect the letters from the post office, so just shoes directly moved her to the post office and stopped there. So this time also the shoes knew where to stop. So the sick baby's mother thanked me for the soft little nightgowns. The lame girl smiled, and when she saw the books, the hungry children gathered round the basket of food and smiled to me. Now when she delivered all these things, the nightgowns, the books and the food to the people who were in need, right, the poor people, they were very happy to get all those things. When all the errands means what? The delivery of the things which she was supposed to do by her mother. So when she gave that all the things to the poor people, I skipped away to fairyland as she has taken the permission from her mother. I wonder if the shoes will let me stop and rest. It is so cool here and I am so tired, I said, as I come to cozy nook at the foot of a tree. Cozy nook, this word cozy nook means what? Cozy nook is it's a corner, safe corner you may say. Okay, so she went there, she reached to the fairyland, and she stopped there. She sat under a corner of a tree, right? So the words were very hardly out of my mouth when my feet folded under me, and there sat on a cushion of moss. Moss is a type of grass, so she sat there on the grass like the queen of the wood on her throne. Throne is what? A special chair, you know, where the king and queens used to sit, right? So that's called throne. I met a cricket who could tell me that it was the fairies and angels giving power to my shoes on the midsummer day. So there, when she reached in the fairyland, there she met a grasshopper, right? What he told, it's not grasshopper, it's cricket. So he told her, this cricket told her that you know why your shoes are having these powers, these magical powers. So because he told this is the midsummer day. Now this midsummer day is what you have read in your social studies about the summer solstice and the winter solstice. So this midsummer day is summer solstice day that occurs on 24th of June, right? So that's why, because it was the midsummer day today, and your shoes, the fairies and the angels, they gave the power to your shoes that you could do such you know, pleasing work. So it would be over with the sunset, and the cricket told her that when this day would be over, when the 25th of the June will start, your shoes will not have more magical powers. Just at that minute, a clock struck away and went the shoes over the pool, the hill, the road, till they pranced at the gate as the tea bell rang. Okay, so pranced means move fastly, right? So when that minute, that time she could get to know from the cricket that after this day, means after this midsummer day, the shoes will lose the magical powers. So shoes once again went over the pool, the hill and the roads very fastly. I amused the family by telling what I had done and seen, but no one believed the fairyland part, and my father said laughing. So when she reached home, she told that I came to know that my shoes got the magical powers, and she got to know this in the fairyland. But they all started laughing, and her father said, "Go on, my dear, making up little stories, and by you may be as famous as Hans Christian Andersen." This Hans Christian Andersen is a famous writer, right? So the father said that, okay, keep on making the stories, girl, and one day you will be able to write the fairy stories like Hans Christian Andersen. Okay, so next is the last paragraph. By the time I was ready to undress, the sun was quite gone, and the shoes I took off means to remove, right, were common once again. So she said when she came to her room and she took off, because it was the day was about to, the sun was sun has been set, and now the day has been changed now. So when she took off the shoes, so she removed the shoes were changed into the common shoes again, means they were not having more magical powers. For the midday summer was over, but I never forgot the little lesson I had learned. But Kitty said that what she learnt that day, she followed that in her entire life. I tried to run errands of willingly when spoken to. So she said that she started doing the small tasks for her family, for her elders willingly. Earlier she was too lazy, and she said that no, I will not do this, mama, no, I will not do this, mama. She was of whine nature. She just denied all the things in whine way. So I always loved the innocent and the interesting little creatures in the woods and the fields, and whenever I was told I might go to play with them, I hurried away almost as quickly as if still wore the skipping shoes. And when the next means in her entire life, she learnt a very good lesson that she should help others also, and hurriedly she started doing the errands. And she once again in the last line she is saying that I hurried away almost as quickly as if she wore the skipping shoes. So always she was feeling that she was having those magical shoes which she got on that midsummer day. So this was the chapter number 1 of your unit number 1 and unit number 7, and the name of the chapter was the skipping shoes. So what we have learned from this story, that we should help others happily. As a children, you can do the task very happily, no, that's why your parents give you orders to do something. You should not deny them, and you should make others happy with your small errands. Thank you very much for today, and we will do the question answers and the exercise of the chapter in our next video. Till then, be safe, be healthy. Thank you very much.